just the way I dreamed love would be. Riders to the stars are we.
Man, during his brief existence on the Earth, has met every challenge but one, the void of outer space. Having explored the world he lives in, he has turned his gaze upon the heavens, has focused his attention on the timeless lure of the universe. Now, a rocket probes high above the Earth, travels through a region of deadly radiation, agonizing heat and cold. What story will it have to tell? What message will it bring back? In order to continue with our work and to win the race of conquering space, we must answer those questions. We must bring a meteorite down to Earth intact. We must study the molecular structure of its outer hull before it is burned away by friction with the air. We want you to go up into space and catch a meteor in flight.
Well, what are the chances of survival?
You'll have every possible protection.
How do we get down? How do we land?
The rockets are equipped with wings that are extended during the descent.
Hey, we land like a glider?
Right.
Suppose a meteor punctures the hull.
The chances are 1 in 500.
Why don't you build an electronic brain to fly the rocket?
To construct an electronic brain equal to the functions of the human brain, it would have to be at least a mile long and would weigh thousands of tons. It is impossible. As Dr. Werner said earlier, when machines leave off, men must take over.
I think what you're asking us to do is ridiculous. It's a suicide mission.
No one is asking you to make up your minds right away, gentlemen. Here is an addressed envelope. If you send it to me, it will be in your acceptance. If you tear it up, well, that will be your decision. I'll give you a week to think it over.
Cloak and dagger stuff, eh?
Mr. Wells, if we're not the first nation to solve the problem of space travel, we'll have small chance of survival.
Here we go again, boys. War, killings. Every invention seems to have the same end.
The exploration of space by us may be the end of wars. A space platform operated by a dictatorship would make slaves of all free people.
The man who invented the bow and arrow probably gave his countrymen the same speech.
Could I borrow your pen, Dr. Stanton?
Certainly.
One thing I learned in the Army, never volunteer.
Your envelope, Rick. You sure you're not making too hasty a decision, Mr. Gordon?
Made up my mind when I first came here.
Mr. Wells, you live in a free country. We'll send you home. But may I remind you not to talk to anybody about what you've heard or seen?
Don't worry. I know the Espionage Act and the Articles of War.
Well, Rich?
Never make a big decision immediately. Always wait 24 hours. That's what they taught me when I was a cadet.
You can stay with me until you've made up your mind?
Special treatment.
Oh, I see. You know best.
We've got a week, so what's the rush? You know, I'm very curious myself to find out whether I'll tear this up or send it off. Buy me a cup of coffee, Doc?
Okay.
Hey, thought you said you didn't want any special treatment.